everyone. Thank you for joining us for this edition of Focal Point, where we focus on all things fine arts and OPS. I'm Naomi.
And I'm Kaylee. Today we bring you art on a canvas, on the runway, and on stage.
Young, aspiring fashion designers make the cut in what is said to be the nation's 5th largest fashion event.
2 OPS students were featured in Omaha Fashion Week this August. Here's a behind-the-scenes look as the students step foot on the glamorous red carpet event.
OPS students take the spotlight in one of Omaha's finest fashion design shows, Omaha Fashion Week.
My teacher had told me about this fashion camp that was going on over the summer, and I was kind of nervous. I really didn't want to do it, but my mom was like, you should go.
Omaha South High junior Terry Spivak took his mother's advice and participated in the Omaha Fashion Week summer camp, where students ages 6 to 17 are given the opportunity to learn about all aspects of the fashion industry. But the chance to be featured in Omaha Fashion Week came to a surprise for Spivak.
And I was like really shocked. I was like, whoa. And I kind of felt good because they used me last. It was like, last but not least, Mr. Terry Spivak. I was like, what? It's like...
During the Omaha Fashion Camp, students were given the task to create their own design with donated materials from the Goodwill. Spivak came up with this colorful summer dress and added a little bit of his own flavor.
It was this jean skirt, and it had like this part in the back, and I used that part for like the front. And I just made it like for the top, and then I put like the lace. And then like the dress, I had to go home. I was like, to my sister, I was like, you got anything like that you don't wear? She was like, yeah, I got like some dresses in the back and stuff. And I was looking, I was like, I like this one. She was like, take it. I'm like, yes.
That landed him on this platform with 6 other select high school candidates, like Emma Herman, a Burke High School freshman. She's wearing her very own black and white floral dress, complemented with a bow at the top and a red belt around the waist.
Since they had not a lot of material, I just used size 2, size 20 skirts and hemmed them and kind of joined the 2 skirts together to make a dress.
One thing these young fashion gurus have in common is not only their creativity, but love for fashion and desire to someday rip the runway with their own line.
That's my dream, to be a fashion designer.
My mom and my sister, that kind of inspired me.
Spivak also credits his fashion design class at Omaha South.
I really like this class because if it wasn't for this class, I wouldn't be where I'm at right now, like being in Fashion Week.
Omaha Fashion Week is now preparing for its spring show in March of 2016.
Students are taking art from the classroom to the street in South Omaha. Norris Middle School kids went on a field trip to experience Latino art firsthand.
More than 30 artists, including students and retirees, were featured at this exhibit at the Bancroft Street Market. An art faculty member and art student at UNO noticed the need for Latino art in the community, so the two organized an exhibit to showcase Latino artwork. Art teacher Jody Boyer from Norris Middle School considered the art show an opportunity to bring her students to the exhibit to experience art from various artists firsthand.
So Norris is a school that has a predominant Latino Hispanic community, and I thought this was a great idea for my students to see reflections of themselves in a caliber art exhibit. So what OYAS has brought to the community, I wanted to make sure that they got here and got to see reflections of their own communities and their own identities in works of art.
Students also participated in activities including choosing their favorite sculpture, painting, or drawing as an inspiration to create their own piece of art.
From art on a canvas to art on a brick wall, Fontanelle Elementary has a new look. In August, local artist Bill Hoover visited the school to install a mural he created for the Fontanelle Organic Community Garden.
OPS District Communications video journalist Jacob Buckingham takes us to the school for a view of the new mural.
I've been making art in Omaha for about 25 years now. I was approached by Joey Vickery, who's a teacher here, and she has a great garden project that she works with the children, introducing vegetables and the natural life cycles to kids. She gave me some photos of kids and some of the things that they've been doing that I use to incorporate into the painting. So it's just kind of an oil on board, and I wanted to make it fun and almost like the kids could walk into it with flowers and vegetables and things like that.
Can we see if it's possible? Yeah, we can do that. Okay.
I wanted to bring more art into the garden in the various ways, and so I thought that the mural was a great place to start. I want the kids to be able to appreciate art, see it, enjoy it, and something that they can be around and exposed to. I was very excited, and it was wonderful to listen to the kids' reactions in the halls saying that's amazing, it is so beautiful, and it was so fun to hear the students and staff come down and just how much they enjoyed it. So I can't wait to have it outside so everybody can enjoy it more often.
The Garden Student Project, led by Joey Vickery, is in its 4th year of development. It includes organic vegetables and butterfly bee habitats.
This year, the garden will be expanded to include a 10-foot by 20-foot hoop house.
That sounds pretty cool. Well, he's an Omaha native, a Husky graduate, and now a famous stage, film, and television actor. In a unique visit to Omaha, Kevin Morrow makes it his mission to stop by Northwest High.
Hundreds of drama and music students are given one-on-one feedback from Morrow on how to improve their acting skills. Here's a sneak peek of the session.
Part of theater, no matter what you're doing, is you have to what? Project.
Acclaimed Broadway and TV star Kevin Morrow visits his old stomping grounds to inspire Northwest High School students who have a passion to work in the drama and music industry.
If you're not in one of the major metropolis cities, it seems like your opportunities are more limited. And I don't want the kids to think that they are. I want them to know that there are so many avenues for you to go down. If I can bring some of that back, whatever experience I have, and impart that, great.
Kevin Morrow graduated from Northwest High School and left Omaha at the age of 17 to attend Chapman University in California. Morrow has taken his career from the American stage to London to film and television.
We need you to listen to what's happening before you and what's happening around you.
Thanks to a collaboration between Omaha Public Schools and the Omaha Performing Arts, Morrow shares his skills with high school seniors like Jonathan Smith and Tiessa Hills. Whether they're performing or watching, students learn tips about acting, auditioning, and improvisation.
When you come back together, I need you to come back together and see the picture together. Okay. You understand what I'm saying?
It widens your perspective. Yeah. It really does when you have a mindset and you're thinking, okay, I think this would look really good. And then someone says, hey, take this to another level. And it kind of brings you up a step. And it's really expanding your knowledge every time they give another idea, and it kind of gives you a better feel.
It's really cool to have someone tell you this was good, but this is how you can do it even better. And I like growing and knowing like I'm going to keep getting better and better.
Tiessa Hills wants to study music education and musical theater. Jonathan Smith has his hopes set on attending the Berklee School of Music in Boston. Meanwhile, for other high school seniors like Terry Rivero, Morrow's critique gave her a new confidence.
Yeah, breathe. You're okay. You're okay. Just all right.
That she could achieve the same dream too.
And he told me like how to communicate with the audience better and stuff, and he talked to me and he said that like I shouldn't be like scared and stuff like that. It honestly like it makes me feel like I can probably try and do something like that later on, because he's making a living off of all this stuff that he's done, and it doesn't seem like the world's so big, really.
It's Morrow's mission to empower each student to perfect their craft.
Take it slower. Every time I go to the bathroom, I always think, don't sit, don't bump, don't dawdle.
And believe in his or her gifts.
If this is truly what they want to do, this is their passion, they've got to have the passion inside. They can't see themselves doing anything else. Believe that you can do it. I did it. I'm from Omaha, Nebraska. You do not have to be from a big city to do it. And being a minority as well, yes, you can do it. If I can impart that to you, it's like just believe in yourself, you got a shot.
Morrow's next Broadway project is the revival of The Color Purple, starring Jennifer Hudson, Daniel Brooks, and Cynthia Erivo.
Is it a car? Is it a goose? You might find yourself asking that as the Central High Theater students and staff prepare for the upcoming musical, Honk. I stopped by Central recently to find out what Honk is all about. Hey everyone, it's Kaylee here at Central where they're getting ready for their musical Honk. Let's meet some of the actors. And now we're here with three main actors, Grant Cook, Katie Bond, and Nick Jansen. Nick, I understand that you're the lead role in this musical. Can you tell me a little bit about what you do?
Okay, so my role in the show is Ugly, and the show is called Honk. It's a musical tale of the ugly duckling. So I think one thing about Ugly is that he starts out being very different from the rest of the people in the show. Or I guess not people, everyone's an animal. So the rest of the animals in the show, he's very different from the rest of them. He doesn't quite fit anywhere, and when he gets lost and tries to find his way back, he finds a way to fit in with everyone.
Katie, I understand that you're Ugly's mom. Tell me a little bit about your role.
Well, my role is Ida, and she's Ugly's mother, and until the end of the show when we realize that Ugly is actually wonderful, she's the only one who accepts Ugly for who he is despite his odd appearance.
Grant, tell me a little bit about your role.
I'm the cat. I'm the villain of the show. I'm a very hungry cat, and I see this ugly duckling who just hatched from his egg, and I can't help but try and cook him up for my dinner.
Is it hard to portray this character as a duck?
Yeah, that's one of the challenges for me, definitely. It's difficult to remember when I'm trying to remember lines and blocking to think about, oh yeah, I'm also not a human right now. And we also had to learn how to make convincing animal noises because there's points in the show where it's mostly spoken lines, but they will also add animal noises.
I want you to know how very proud I am of the squadron. Keep a step up for being geese.
Joining us now is Mr. Scott Mead, the drama director here at Central High School. Thanks for being here. So why did you choose Honk as the musical?
Yeah, we wanted to do a family-friendly show that we can get a lot of all ages to come and see this production. So anywhere from kindergarten through senior citizens. So it's a very family-friendly show, and wanting to just let people know that hey, we can do all ages shows here at Central.
Tell us a little bit about the cast.
So we did some casting. We had them act, sing, and dance in order to be a part of the show. And so we cast about 40 students that are in the actual production on stage. We've got about 45 that are behind stage doing all the technical elements.
Here we have Rihanna Geron, the scenery crew head. Talk to me about the set.
The set for Honk is a farm mixed in with a couple other main scenes. The opening scene is a farm with some chicken coops and a barn and a tool shed. And we move into swamp areas, snow scenes, different places of travel.
We've got a lot of surprises with our scenery too. We were building things, we've got some backdrops, we've got some special effects that we're going to be using. So really excited to get the audience excited to go on the journey with Ugly.
In building a set, we have a lot of larger set pieces, especially for this show, because they're farm animals, so they're a little smaller than we are. So some of our pieces for this show are exaggerated. So we have tables that are 6 feet tall in order to balance the height difference.
As a kid, you think, this is just a little story, it's fun to listen to, but now you think about who you are now and how those little stories that you learn as a kid really affect what you become later.
Like Nick said, when you're a kid, the story seems very simple, but I think in high school, for a lot of people, is a time where it's very hard to accept who you are. So I think revisiting the story now, I can appreciate more now than when I was a child, how hard it is to not fit in.
We just need to learn to accept who we are, and this story tells a great tale of little duckling doing just that.
It's a children's book basically, so it's geared towards children mostly, but it's really a family show, so there's relatability with the character Ugly, because he goes from not really liking who he is to learning to love himself and to realize there's beauty in everyone.
sounds like a pretty cool production, Kaylee. I'm gonna go check it out.
It is. Be sure to watch for our next episode of Focal Point. We'll introduce you to an OPS student who not only wrote and created a production, he's actually seeing it come to life on the stage at Burke High.
Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time.